Hey guys, Little V here. I just broke my first drum head, so we're gonna make a little bit of a lesson video on how to actually change your drum heads and tune them. So, first thing you're gonna need is an actual drum. You can't see it right now because it's right here, but you will see it in a second. Second thing you're gonna need is a drum head, a replacement drum head if you broke one, like I did. And third thing you're gonna need is a drum key of some type. Pretty much, this should just be standard in a drummer's inventory at this point. Like, this is kind of super important. Final bonus thing, coffee, obviously. All right, so first things first. This kind of looks really cool, doesn't it? It kind of looks like a lightning bolt. It's kind of hard to see. If you go to my Twitter page, I put a picture up of it, but it kind of looks really cool. Also, the reason why I broke it, I'm just gonna squeeze my head down here, is because I'm recording for the new Black Pestilence album, woo! And we're doing live drums, the whole thing. So anyways, back to the actual lesson. First things first, we have to get the old head off, and I'm gonna kind of rush through this because my battery is dying on my camera. So, to take it off, you basically just turn it counterclockwise. Doesn't really matter the order or anything like that. We're not worrying about tuning it or making it sound good, we're just worrying about getting the actual drum head off. Alright, so what I like to do is I like to get everything pretty much like, so I can just get it finger loose, so I can just kind of grab them both like this and just, you know, twist. Alright, so now that that's all undone, take the head off, or rather the rim, and then you take the head off. There it is, all busted up. Ooh, bit of sawdust there. You can tell I've been using it well, so, ooh, on the camera there. See? Lightning bolt. So it looks like a lightning bolt, or like the Flash or something like that. Kind of cool. This is what the other side of a drum looks like. You got your bearing edge, you have your nuts for all of your lugs on the side here. And yeah, this is a Babinga, by the way, if you're wondering. If you've never seen this type of wood before, it's an African redwood. Sounds killer. Alright, so first thing we're gonna need the new drum head. We're gonna put it like this. I like to line it up with the badge of the snare drum, but you know, there's no specific way it has to line up. Second thing we're gonna do is put the head back on, or the rim. I keep calling it the head. Oh, it just kind of sits like that. Third thing, you're gonna get all of them in there, all the lugs in there. And just kind of get them started so they're secure. By the way, I personally prefer double-ply drum heads for the top of my drums, just because they help control overtones, and I hit like a truck, so it kind of makes it a little bit stronger than a single-ply head. And if you're wondering what this is specifically, this is an HG Dry from Evans. I really like it. It's just, you don't need to put anything on the actual drum head, like no moon gel, no nothing like that, nothing to dampen it. It just sounds really good by itself. Okay, so phase, whatever phase this is, I've lost count, get everything finger tight. And I like to go across from each other just to kind of keep it going, like keep it on even and stuff. So, just kind of like you're seeing here, so, you know, when you do one, do the other one, just to kind of keep the head even, because the trick with this is keeping it even. It's kind of like putting on a tire on a car, if any of you have done that before, where you kind of move in a star pattern, just to kind of make sure the tire goes on even, so you're not driving with a wobbly tire, which could kind of suck. Okay, next phase. Take your key, start anywhere, it doesn't really matter where you start, and I like to do just like a half turn at the start, so you just kind of take it, turn it halfway around. So not a full circle, but a half circle. Then you go to the next one across, keep it even, and then you can go left or right. Hold on, I'm just get that back to tension. There we go. And then one over, across, get that back to tension. One over, etc. So on and so forth. All right, so we're half turn in. We're gonna do one more just for good measure's sake here. We're gonna do like a quarter turn. All right. So, at this phase, there's two things you can do. First thing you can do is you can just straight up press down and just like, you know, elbow drop, or people's elbow, the actual drum head. Just kind of help it stretch it out, same like stretching out guitar strings or anything like that. Second thing you can do is you can take a hairdryer and you can just basically blow hot air around the edge of it so it expands the edge and kind of lets it seat a little bit better. Helps it keep its tuning and stuff like that, but we're gonna, you know, we're gonna people's elbow this one because I'm kind of running out of time here. Don't have a hairdryer handy. So that obviously detunes the drum again. So now we're gonna kind of, just a second here. All right, let's see where we're at right now. So, I have the snare off, by the way. That's about where I like my snare drum tuned. So, what we're gonna do at this point is we're just gonna kind of give it another little like 1/8 of a turn, real small turn, just to kind of get it a little bit higher up to where it was. Now, rule of thumb is snare drums are tuned high and toms and bass drums are tuned low, just because with the snare drum you want that overtone, you want want that higher pitch, right, as opposed to a tom. So, real easy at this point. Same kind of thing. Hold the bottom head so it doesn't vibrate. And just kind of go around. And make sure they're even. You can also use a drum tuner for this, but I recommend doing this by ear, just to train your ear a little bit better. And you save yourself some money. That's a little flat, and we'll tune it up. And there we go. Now, if I was tuning both heads, I would also do the bottom one as well, but I know approximately what I had this tuned to for the recording. But if you're changing both heads, just keep in mind that you want to kind of keep the bottom head generally in tune with the top head. I found tuning the bottom head a little bit higher than the top head kind of control some of the overtones. And that's basically that. We have a snare drum again, where it's alive! Alright guys, my camera is yelling at me, it's really angry, so I'm going to cut this one a little bit short. Rock on, peace out. I'm going to go back to recording some BP stuff and basically playing punk rock all over this drum kit, and we'll see you next time.